Hey, 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 grand rising and great tidings, one and all. Keolam Tengan here with this week's weekly rhythm. So, this is the extended version. I'm going to talk a little bit more about some of the nuances that we're going through this week in particular. And this particular week is nothing short of spectacular, tremendous, transformative, life-changing. I mean, all of the above. We've got a lot of things happening in terms of the very currents of creation and how they're making its way through each and every one of us, individually as well as collectively. So I was tuning into things this morning, as I typically do on my Sundays, and I just felt like all of this energy. I mean, it's big energy. It was also erratic. You know, if we kind of look at this in terms of energy and current, I often think about the ocean. I think about waves. And one thing that I think about is the condition of the ocean and those waves as we are in the amidst all of them. And so on some days, it'll be nice and calm. The water's going to be crystal clear. You can see, high visibility all the way down 15, 20, 25 feet down to the bottom of the ocean. Those days are great for hopping in and going snorkeling, maybe just kind of hanging out by the beach. Other days we start to see swells coming in, and these swells can be, easy and rhythmic. However, when they really start to get more larger, more pronounced, then we start to see the waves. Some days are crystal clear waves. I mean, you get the tube and you can almost hear yourself as that energy, that sound reverberates against the walls of the wave. And other days it is just shot. The wind is so strong that you get all these white caps and it's not that great. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of ambient power that's being expressed. However, it is a little more difficult to ride. Well, this week is more of the latter. So we got some things going on, which I'll be dropping into later tonight in trance state to figure out what's what. However, we've got some things going on. The Schumann resonance, as I mentioned before, the frequency of the planet itself, since we're talking about waves and frequency, is like nothing I have ever seen. It's usually something that is somewhat predictable. And when there is something that happens, a big spike in energy, then it's something that usually we can attribute to either solar flares, coronal mass ejections, large global events. Today's, though, was really weird. And I'll go ahead and link a picture into the notes so you'll have an idea of what I'm talking about. However, it is odd, and I can feel it. I mean, even the boys today, my eldest was talking about how he just doesn't feel right. And I was like, yeah, no, I feel that too, buddy. And so there is an energy. It's large, it's pronounced, it is going to amplify things, but it's also going to be tearing some things up. Now, taking a step back even out of all that, where we are right now, new moon tonight, going into the summer solstice on Wednesday. So there's a lot of energy that's coming in, and the solstice is sort of the peak and the pinnacle of both fire and light energy. So there's a lot to it. It is amplified by what's happening with this current spike in the Schumann resonance, and is something that is ultimately tied into our own radiance. Now, what that radiance refers to is the truth of who we are. This week in particular, we're going to be able to get these glimpses of the person that we are becoming. And at the end of that, in this timeline, this specific timeline, we are going to get a glimpse of who it is we are becoming, and we're going to have things begin to line up with that version of us. Now, the amplitude of things, because it has spiked in the Schumann resonance, is something that we can use, right? It's something that is like riding a wave and surfing. It is an energy current that comes in, and as it does, then as long as we have a high degree of intentionality and direct our awareness in that direction, in this case, the intention of connecting, glimpsing, experiencing the person that we are becoming, and being able to tie our own everyday actions in that way, and to be that, to embody that. And so a great thing to do is to, kind of look at what that is, feel into it, all the things that you truly want and desire, the person that you are intending to become and the person that you are becoming. And what does that look like on the other end? Go to that place in your mental space in terms of your desired end result. What does that look like, feel like, and what is that experience for you? Because the more we can connect with that, the better able we are to direct our attention and to ride these waves into and through this week. All right, that's it for now, though. Love and aloha. Take care, and ahui ho.